Paul, why do you think Daniel turns a blind eye as a schoolboy when he knows Spider needs him for protection against Bridges?
I think it probably would be down to peer pressure and that whole thing of sort of wanting to fit in, and I think Daniel probably at the core of him has that strength, that knowingness that he should be doing something. I think probably at the time it's that powerlessness of not quite knowing how he can help, how he could stand up to somebody who's quite imposing. I mean, Bridges was probably quite an imposing figure, and it probably just comes down to that thing of, or the thought of knowing I need to do something, or knowing I should do something, but what can I do, and how can I help, or how could I make the situation better? So it's probably just not quite knowing how he could help Spider.
Are you right?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, Daniel.
Right. And Webb? Don't use my first name, okay?
Do you think Daniel is haunted by the past for not acting to prevent Spider from committing suicide?
I think so, as an adult. Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I think probably if any child kills themselves or commits suicide, and you are part of that history and you have an understanding that the fact that you perhaps didn't do anything, it's bound to be there. I should think over the years Daniel's put it aside, got on with his life, and but with the reunion, it would probably awaken all those feelings and thoughts of, now perhaps it's the time that I can exercise those demons and do something about it, even though it's sort of 20 years too late.
Why walk the parapet when there's nobody there to see him? Why go up there all alone if he wanted to prove himself to everyone? No. He threw himself off that ledge. It was no accident. He meant to do it. He'd had enough.
And when Daniel finds Georgie by the roadside, do you think he sees it as his chance to save her and redeem himself for his past inaction?
Yeah, I don't know if it would be a conscious thing. I think it would just be something that he sees he needs to help. I think that's probably within Daniel. And having gone through what he's gone through that evening in the film and what the character's been through, I think it's probably very much that, seeing somebody that needs his help and doing all he can to save her life.
You were in Grange Hill as the headmaster.
Yeah.
Were there bullying storylines or experiences there that you could relate to Innocent?
Very much so. We had one child, I've forgotten his name, but he was, over the 3 years that I was involved, his storyline was sort of continually, he was being bullied by the especially a couple of older boys, and I think that was one of the strongest points of the series, showing that, because actually talking to the children who were working on the series, they'd often say that these kind of things are happening, and to even greater extent than what we were showing it. We could only show certain things because it's for an audience. But I think with Grange Hill, they were very good at being able to put across those sort of the themes and the issues which were taking place. Spider. Do you still believe it was an accident?
Yes. Tragic. Awful accident. He was vulnerable. This wasn't the right place for him. We did our best.
What are you saying?
I'm saying nothing. More to the point, what are you saying?
Maybe it wasn't an accident.
How do you think Innocent as a film could help victims of bullying?
I think it's just being able to show people that are experiencing bullying and going through that they're not alone, that this is happening, and it's happening on a wide scale, a grand scale, and that if you're able to show it in a film that somebody's going through this, but not just as a child, but also the effects that it has on you as an adult, then hopefully people won't feel so alone. And hopefully the message can be that, if this is happening to you, there are places you can go, there are people you can talk to, there are people who've been through this sort of experience. Your parents might have been through it, your teachers might have been through it, so that, you shouldn't feel that it's wrong to go and talk to people or tell people that this is happening to you. So hopefully that will be the sort of, the message that will come across.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.